It can't just be gimmicky. It's only interesting if it's in service of the story. And really the love story on a lot of levels. When she comes to whisper in his ear, we're gonna flare the light. It's gonna feel like a magical moment.
Are you the magic man?
Because that's what it feels like for them. How can I use the cinematic language
Sid,
to make you feel what they're feeling for each other?
David has several encounters with Sid in the future. She communicates initially by painting with a light wand in this strange sort of dark space.
So you're in the future. You're in the future.
This orb was sent by Sid from the future, but she can't hear him, they can't talk. It's like light will travel, you know, through time, but not sound. And sound is too slow, so there's no sound, so how are they gonna communicate?
No sound. Great.
There are these famous photographs of Picasso, these long exposure photos where he would literally do a painting.
Oh, it's the hourglass. It's time. Time is running out. Time is running out.
And they were very compelling to me, and I'm always trying to tell the story visually. And then the question was, how are we gonna pull that off?
That's a classic, like, Noah Hawley. Here it is, and you're like, you have no idea, nobody has any idea how we're gonna do this.
That's the fun that we have of, you know, if you write it, they have to figure out how to make it.
Well,
You know, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna like, how am I gonna do this? No, that's not what happens. So I figured it out, and there was a whole testing process I did. It was a developing thing. I recreated those paintings, and we ended up doing it with a 3D rig. And I had two different cameras on the 3D rig, and one was doing one frame rate, another one was doing another frame rate.
A 3D rig with two cameras so that one could be recording the light, and then you could play the one image over the other.
She's actually doing the light writing. It was actually happening, and it was actually in camera.
body. He's trying to find his body.
They just comped it together. There's some mathematics involved. I didn't know if it was gonna work, but like I said, I had to go through that process, and it was unreal.
I thought it was a really kind of surreal way to bring the future to David in a gentle, artful way.
Two people talking you can do anywhere else, and Legion is a show where you can kind of do the impossible.
That's one of the elements I think we've really developed, is the kind of performative
Talk to me, Sid.
aspect of the show. The light painting sort of plays into that sense of performance.
Sid.
And it really, quite literally, underlines the love story in that moment.